Have you ever been told that you weren't enough because of something about you that you couldn't change? Something that doesn't reflect your ability, your determination, or your worth? Well, I've been there. Let me tell you a story about a lesson in my life I will never forget. Hi, my name is Matilda Daniel. If you're just joining me, please hit the subscribe button and like this video. You know I love you, right? So let's get right into the story of a lesson I'll never forget in my life. So one time I went for an interview in Lagos for a tutoring position. I prepared extensively. I badly needed this job. I just finished NYSC and I had no idea what I wanted to do with myself. So the next thing was to look for a job to at least try to sustain myself. I was trying so hard to not go back home and keep depending on my parents for, little money. So I decided to look for a job. I finally got this interview, and when I got there, I was so good that my interviewer was, happy with me. I could see it in her eyes that I was suitable for this position, that she liked me. And then after the interview, she told me that I was the best for this position. I felt great about how the conversation had gone. She told me I was the best candidate. You know what that means, right? Oh my God, my heart soared. I was so happy. I was glad. But that wasn't the end of it. I think it was, right? There was another interview I was supposed to pass, and that was the interview with the executive director. That's the ED herself. So when I went to see her, I did the interview with her, and she also liked me. She also commended my aura. She told me that, oh, I was the best girl for the job. But then there was something. It didn't end there. She told me she's so sorry she wasn't going to take me because of my size. I was like, what's wrong with my size? She said I was too small. I was too slim or too, something about not being big enough to assume the position of a tutor. She said the position needed somebody that was more, more huge, more bolder. I was bold. The position needed somebody that was bigger, more bigger, or let's say fat than me. So I sat there wondering what to do. I was trying to, process everything she had just said. She said she didn't mind if the candidate was even younger than me or even less qualified. She just wanted somebody that was bigger. Now, it's not a bad thing if somebody has an idea of the kind of candidate they want for their job. It's really not a bad thing. Everybody wants the kind of person who fit their business and push their business forward. So I wasn't angry. I wasn't angry at the fact that she needed a bigger person. I mean, it's her business. She can decide whoever she wanted to hire. I was just angry about the fact that I came for this interview and I was very qualified. So why should the only thing stopping me from getting this job be something about myself that I couldn't change? It hurt me. It hurt me. It made me feel so bad. So I just sat down there. I didn't know what to do. I had finished the interview with her and it was time to leave. I couldn't even leave. And then she looked at me and she said, but we have a smaller position. That's if you would like to take it. So, okay, what's the position available? She said it was the position on the front desk. Not bad. Remember, I badly needed a job. This was not a time for me to be making choices or for me to be angry at the fact that somebody was looking down at my body size and or any of that. I desperately needed a job. So I told her I was going to take it, but I was not so excited about the lower position, but I didn't have a choice. I was still happy that at least I got a job. So I started working there. Sometimes when you're at crossroads, you make decisions that are not just based on vision, but also needs. Needs can push you to, take up things that you ordinarily wouldn't. It happens in life. So here's where things started to happen. Just a month after I was employed, it was still a month, the same month that the lady for the other position was employed. Yeah, they took somebody that was less qualified because this person was actually bigger than I was, and she was a perfect fit according to the ED's lens. So about 1 month later, something happened. I got called by my boss's PA. It's like, oh, Matilda, the boss wants to see you. I was like, what's going on? What happened? So when I went there, the boss told me that, look, there is a very important event happening this weekend, and you have to be there. I was like, why? My job description has nothing to do with events. You know, the firm usually holds events to speak to the public about what we do back at the firm and all of that, but it doesn't really concern me, okay? For my position, I had nothing to do with those events. So when she told me that my presence was needed at the event, I was like, what's going on? Why do you need me there? And she said she doesn't think that the person who was holding the position that I wanted, the tutor position, was fit enough to mark this event because it was this person's job to handle the event. She was supposed to be the moderator of the event. So my boss thinks that this person that was employed is not fit enough to moderate an event as huge as the one coming up by weekend. And so she felt like the best person to handle this position was me. I sat there, I thought about it. I was confused about what I was going to tell her. I didn't know if to say yes or to say no. But I saw how worried she was about the event because there was no other person to make a replacement. Our registrar was on leave, and some of the other tutors who were very good were not available at the time. So she told me, Matilda, I'd like you to take this. I'd like you to do this. So I said, okay. And then we went for the event later on, and I moderated the event. I emceed the event. That was the company. And after the event, I went back to my funding position. I worked there for, I think, 4 months or so. I went there for 4 months or so. And while I was doing the job, I was applying for other job openings because I wasn't cool with what I was doing there. It wasn't fulfilling for me. I needed something I would do that I would actually be, using my abilities to work. That's what I wanted. So I was pursuing other positions, and finally I got another job. And this one was an even better one than the one that I got. Sometimes I wonder if I should have told her, no, I can't do it. Sometimes I wonder if I should have reminded her, but you said I was too smooth. Why do you need me to cover up for the real candidate that you wanted for this position? But then I did it and I'm here now. But every time I reflect about it, I want to remind myself, I want to tell myself that nobody has the right to define me. My size does not define me. Nobody's lens is qualified enough to tell me who I am. See the setbacks, they don't really define you. It's how you handle every situation that comes. You don't need to fit into anybody's shape in their head because you are enough. Self-confidence is like a so important quality. Please, whatever happens, have it. Believe in yourself. Walk into doors not being afraid of what people will say. You are enough, just the way you are. These discriminations do not just happen at workplaces. They happen everywhere. So I would say back then I was not exactly so self-conscious. The moment you say something condescending about me, I'm walking out of your door, slamming your door in your face. All right. So let's go out there. Let's be self-confident. Let's understand our worth. Let's know our value, and let's not allow anybody downgrade us. Because why? You are enough. So, guys, thank you so much. If you watched until this stage, I am grateful. If you watched this video until now, I want to say a very big thank you. I love you so much. Please drop a comment. I would love to read from you. Tell me about your experiences. If you've had an experience that's similar to mine, please share with us. And also, I'm reminding you again, if you watched until this stage and you haven't subscribed, please do. Please, I'm begging you, please subscribe. Thank you so much, and I love you, and I'll see you next time.